Come, friends, the New York Oracle isn't just the news. It's a glimpse into the future. Who says the future is unwritten? Purchase your copy of the New York Oracle today.
Well, within our healthy roster of characters, there are many different organizations that characters align with and talk about. So today, I wanted to talk about one of them. What and who are the Baxter Society?
The Baxter Society sent me.
You may have heard the name in-game being thrown around by various characters. Well, in the Deadlock universe, the Baxter Society is a well-known international monster hunting org. There are a lot of implications of what they may have fought and why, but the definitive facts about the society revolve around the stories of 3 characters from our roster. Starting with the first character, the Baxter Society was founded by our very own Grey Talon. Wesley Grey Talon has spent almost 40 years hunting down monsters within the nation. Like I've mentioned before, the first Maelstrom was the event that introduced the supernatural to this world. And due to that, one of the main purposes of the society has been eliminating creatures that had preyed on mankind. With the Maelstrom happening 50 years ago, by the story's current timeline, this would mean Grey Talon has made quite the career hunting beasts.
This will be a hunt to remember.
Grey Talon, GT, or also called Grandma by the community, has unfortunately a bit of a tragic backstory though, based on information given in his bio. After building up the reputation of the Baxter Society and of himself for years, Grey Talon had decided to finally put down the bow and retire. Working so hard to protect the world from monstrous beasts had him longing for something that he'd been neglecting for a very long time: his family. Retiring meant spending time finally with his wife and his son Nathan, and the family that Nathan had built. So Wesley felt like the present was better than ever to finally reconnect with the people he loved. And he loved every bit of it. He made up time with his wife, and he spoiled his adorable grandkids, and he even hosted dinners that he made for his whole family every Wednesday. But that all changed after a call. Wesley had received word from authorities of a fire consuming his son's house before anyone inside could escape. They claimed it must have been a freak accident, but that didn't make sense to him. For one, his daughter-in-law was Ixian, and furthermore his grandchildren are half Ixian. For reference, Ixians are the race of demon folk in Deadlock, commonly known to be fire resistant and able to control fire to a certain capacity. It wasn't just a freak accident. It was apparent to Wesley that this was a premeditated attack that took away his precious family. So now it makes sense why Grey Talon is so filled with anger and revenge, because he needs to get to the bottom of who murdered his family. A couple of things to note so far. One, luckily his wife seems present and alive.
Have you been to Ixia, Professor?
I won't lie. After what happened to my body, I decided to stay clear of astral gates. But I hear that South Ixia is beautiful.
It is.
Maybe when this is over, we could take the wives on a couple's trip.
I don't think so, but thank you for the offer.
2. Who killed his family? Well, Grey Talon doesn't know for sure, but he does have a few hunches. There is another hero that Grey Talon hunted in the past: Drifter. Drifter is an ancient vampire, and as his name implies, he's been roaming America for quite a long time. Drifter acts like quite the agent of chaos and carnage, killing when he pleases, and he isn't the most out-of-place suspect. However, Drifter himself shuts this down very quickly in a conversation with Grey Talon.
Did you do it? Wesley, if I was gonna murder your grandkids, we both know I would have tied you down and made you watch. I'm going to kill you. Oh, you only gonna try. But it ain't gonna be today. You need me.
And that leaves us with another organization within the story known as the Friends of Humanity.
As the military campaign in Ixia continues, the controversial political organization Friends of Humanity announced a rally in New York to demand the U.S. cease sending aid to the Outer Plains.
Do not be fooled, because despite their welcoming name, the Friends of Humanity are, as noted by the hero Vindicta, to be a neo-Inquisition, or essentially an extremist political group led by John Haythorne. John Haythorne gained the following protesting against sending aid to others existing in the Outer Plains. Eventually, this group became the Friends of Humanity, and while their purpose isn't elaborately explained, the organization is known to put a bad taste in many different heroes' mouths.
You're the man making life hell for the Friends of Humanity, yes? I am. Thank you.
Grey Talon has a strong suspicion his family's deaths are linked to these people, and it's very apparent through his voice lines that he's going to make them feel his wrath.
I'm coming for you, Haythorne.
So you may be wondering, from all of this, what is Grey Talon's reasoning for even participating in the ritual then? Well, initially it is implied from the patrons themselves that he would have tried to wish for his family back.
Even I do not have the power to bring back your family, but I can make the ones responsible pay. Summon me.
In the case that he can't revive his family though, we do know that an upcoming character leaked as Priest or Venator will be affiliated with the Friends of Humanity. So once Priest releases, he'll definitely give Grey Talon a lot more purpose in the battlefield. And let's be real, I love a good beef between two characters. Now, taking a step away from Grey Talon's personal lore and returning to the Baxter Society, we should know one more thing about it before Grey Talon retired. Grey Talon had a protege that he personally chose to lead the Baxter Society in his place, and that character is a fellow hero from our roster, Shiv.
So you need a monster hunter, huh?
Truthfully, as with the state of the game, Shiv's story isn't nearly as finished as some of the other characters might seem. But here's what we know about him so far. Shiv is not only a fellow monster hunter, but a loyal member of the Baxter Society. While he was handpicked by Grey Talon to be his successor, this has inherently rubbed many members of the society the wrong way. You see, Shiv has a criminal background, and his quote, less polished nature put the other members at edge.
How long have you been with the Baxter Society?
Not long. Few years.
Didn't think they let guys like you in.
Wasn't easy. Who knows, in a few more years they might actually start to respect me.
However, when it comes to putting down the creatures that prey on the living, he's extremely effective at what he does, and he travels all across America to do so. He's only been with the Baxter Society a short amount of time, but there's a lot of hope for things to change with him being there. In an unfinished conversation between Shiv and Grey Talon, we get to see Grey Talon's thoughts on the Society's view of Shiv. The Society still giving you problems? Stay with it. They'll come around. They will. It was never going to be easy for you, Shiv, but I promise you, it'll be worth it. I'm excited to see all of the finished voice lines between Shiv and Grey Talon, but overall, it does seem like Grey Talon has a lot of respect for Shiv.
Sorry, friend. Today's my day off and I'm going bowling. There goes my protege.
Shiv's participation in the ritual, though, seems to be a lot more for glory than anything else. In some lines with the patrons remark on Shiv being many things, such as, quote, a brigand, a father, and a killer, but that the patron would make him into a king. And there is also an implication that there may be more to Shiv. He may be harboring a so-called beast that could be cured if he is granted his wish.
Shiv, the monster inside you is not the beast. It is ambition. Complete the ritual, and you will finally be sated.
In the patron's conversation with him, they show that Shiv is worried about this beast coming to fruition, and with that, the fear of having the Baxter Society turn on him.
The Baxter Society saved my life, and now I'm gonna save yours.
And finally, we have our last hero that has been a part of the Baxter Society so far, Calico.
My, what a lovely group of miscreants we have. It was smart to ask for my help.
Calico was a well-decorated member of the Baxter Society and very good at her job, but currently she is no longer a part of the group as, quote, killing monsters for free was less profitable than killing people for money. Calico is now an assassin for hire, and she's been known to be the most dangerous woman on the planet. And through her work, she's gained a lot of knowledge on many referenced supernatural beings in the story, such as the Deep, the Troubadour, and Oathkeeper, but also high-profile personnel within New York, some which have hired her to do their bidding. To many characters, she's just as abrasive as she is intimidating, even to her old boss, Grey Talon.
I see that arthritis hasn't kicked in yet. You're a relic of a bygone era, Talon.
At this current point in time, we don't have too much lore on Calico's time in the Baxter Society, or of the monsters she's hunted, or even how she obtained her reputation. Most importantly though, Calico was responsible for one of the biggest high-profile assassination attempts in the story, on the eldest heir of one of New York's biggest companies, Fairfax Industries. Maximilian Fairfax hired Calico and put a hit on his own heir to his company, his own child, and that child is none other than our favorite brooding suitcase wielder, Pocket. But Pocket's story is for another day, another video. By the sound of it, Calico is not happy that Pocket lived her hit. So while it isn't explicitly explained what her wish could be for, maybe her participating in the ritual is her just trying to finish the job. And there you have it. This is what we currently know about the Baxter Society and at least the 3 heroes involved with it. Some other notable heroes involved though are Seven and the unreleased hero Fathom, both who have been told that they're becoming targets for the Society.
If I was still in the Baxter Society, they would probably ask me to hunt you down.
Fortunately for you, that's not the case.
Someone's confident.
Someone's a visionary.
If I didn't kill him, the Baxter Society would have eventually.
So maybe this is a possible glance at who and what the Baxter Society considers threats and monsters. Also, a fun fact, all 3 heroes in the Baxter Society have a prosthetic right arm. Maybe it's just a coincidence, or maybe it had to do with their time in the Baxter Society. But just like with all the other stories we currently have, in time, I'm sure we'll learn about so much more once the game fully releases. And I mean, I still have questions that I hope we get lore to. I'd love some stories about the actual monsters that the Baxter Society fought, maybe more of the structure of the organization, and definitely why Grey Talon chose Shiv to be his successor.
About time someone called me. I got Baxter Society business to attend to.
But there you have it, that is the Baxter Society. So thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed your time here, please leave a like and subscribe. And I will catch you in the next Deadlock story. Peace.